Beats Planet.
Testing. What up, though? What up, though? A little bit more. What up, though? What's happening, y'all? Doski Woski, Peasky Whiskey, Voch Lombardi. Whew. Law Nation in the building. What up, dog? He said one of the coldest intros of all time. Salute to you, sir. Let's see who first. Yes, 1100. You're going to have to translate that. Tell me what that means, famo. Steven Benzic, what up? Kevo, what up? Gabriel, what's up? Dallas, Ryan, Dwayne, Robert Strickland, what up? Law Nation in the building. You're a Cowboys fan. Go check out his YouTube channel, Law Nation. It's right there in the chat box. What up, though? Did I say what's up to Robert Owens yet? I did not. Robert, what's up? T Smooth, TXTV, 2 times TV. TXTV. What up, dog? And the 7 Vicious. Thank y'all for tuning in to this Voch's Voice tonight. It's going down to Tennessee for real. What up? Miss Tasha in the chat box. What up? So this is a podcast, but y'all know how I do on my podcast. I just kind of let y'all in or whatnot. I let y'all do the do the live joint. Then afterwards, I'll put it up on the Voch's Voice podcast stream. So y'all go check that out on your podcast platforms. And, you know, check it out there. And y'all can be a part of it. You know what I mean? Sandman 213 was OG Sandman was crack. Like, he don't even call me Voch, he just call me Knowledge. I can't be mad at that. Miss Tasha say today is my son's birthday. Happy birthday to little homie. Salute. Happy birthday, little bro. Absolutely. Look at it. Happy birthday, please. So what we're gonna talk about today, you know, Netflix has a very popular series. Matter of fact, chat box, tell Miss Tasha's son happy birthday too. He needs more than one, please. He needs more than one. Last Chance U. So that's what we're talking about today. It's a Netflix series. It's very interesting. It's kind of like a Hard Knocks, but it's about these small college football programs, and they normally take knuckleheads, in which that's where the last chance comes from. They take knuckleheads and they give them their last chance. It's mostly a team full of guys that went to big programs because they're talented, but for whatever reason, they're at a smaller school now to restart and get back into another big school. So we gonna touch on that. So if you want to hang around for that while we get the podcast going, y'all can absolutely feel free to hang around. If not, I don't know, go watch Law Nation or something. He got plenty of videos. Let me hit mute on this real fast. Hold up. Because my garage band like to be foolish when it first pops on. So let's see. And, of course, the phone lines are open. So y'all can absolutely hit that up. If y'all have a comment or anything about Last Chance U, you can absolutely call in and tell me a favorite part of the show or a player that kind of stuck out to you. I'm going to pretty much have a full comprehensive review of it, you know, the whole where are they now and everything and thoughts and all that. So with that being said, let me start my podcast audio recorder. If I can find the record by that. There we go. Boom. All right, so he's going to up those decibels a little bit. We're going to put a little volume on that. Put a little stank on it, drop the phone, put some nipple on the titty, and we good to go. So peep this out, y'all. Like I said, if you in the chat box and you've watched Last Chance U, I'll be interacting within the chat box. You know the phone lines are always lit. If you haven't watched Last Chance U, you need to leave now because there are going to be spoilers involved. I don't want to. I mean, it's a it's a well documented show. You know what I mean? I don't want to ruin somebody's experience of it, but it's the football season that happened last year. You know what I mean? So there's really nothing to to lose here or to be spoiled about or whatever. So Law Nation said he about to go watch right now. Go ahead, Law, watch it right now and tell me how you feel later. But my overall impressions of it, though, I really like what they did this season because it was totally different than last season, right? Last season or whatever, it was with Coach Stevens, was Buddy Stevens, I think that's his name or whatever, but I don't know. But his players had different issues or whatever, you know what I mean? I mean, some were very similar, but the approach, they were similar in a lot of ways, they were different in a lot of ways. There were some people on Twitter that I would, fuss with and argue with. They'd be like, "Oh, this coach cussed too much, da da da, boom boom boom," and I'm like, "Fam, every good coach has a good motherfucker in them." You know what I'm saying? They know how to drop these F-bombs, man. It's some motivational about an F-bomb. Even, if you like military or whatever, like there's not a drill sergeant that don't know how to motivate somebody with a solid F-bomb. And I think that's where a lot of it comes from, man. Like Tony Dungy, I mean, he's solid. But man, when you hear a coach really drop one, you know what I'm saying? So I'm a firm believer of motherfucking somebody to get the full potential from them. You know what I'm saying? And I hope I ain't dropping too many F-bombs with Tasha kids around or whatever. But both coaches were great motivators in that way. I don't think they were great X's and O's guys, but what they brought to the table were they were great motivators. So the new coach, Jason Brown, straight out of Compton, I didn't know if I was gonna like him at first. The hood white guy theme kind of gets cringeworthy sometimes, right? And when I first heard him, I was like, I don't really know how this is going to go. But the more you hear him talk, the more it feels natural, you know what I mean? So when you hear Jason Brown motivating, like, let's go whoop these motherfuckers, you know what I mean? He's bringing his hood shit to the players. And I think that's valuable with the type of players that he has, you know what I mean? So if you look at like a big name program, let's say Florida State, right? Florida State, for example, they show clips of Jimbo Fisher, right? And hold on, let me mute somebody. Jimbo Fisher could not deal with Malik, what's his name? Malik Henry. But we'll cross that road whenever we get there or whatever. Salute the Law Nation dropping a dime in the super chat. A lot of these big coaches, these big time college program coaches, they want everything to be smooth. They don't want turbulence in their program. That's why character issues are such a big deal with these pro teams. They don't want to have to deal with character concern guys, right? So if you look at the average big time college football program, right, they may have like 5 character issue guys, maybe somebody that gets a little too passionate, maybe one guy that's uncoachable, maybe one guy smokes weed, right? Jason Brown has 60 players that had off the field issues, right? And I was debating this dude. He thought Jason Brown was a bad coach. You know what I mean? Jason Brown may not have been a great play caller, but you cannot call that man a bad coach simply because the situation that he was put in. I'm a former coach. I got respect for the art. You know what I mean? And nothing is more annoying than an uncoachable player or undisciplined player. His team was full of them. And part of the reason, I mean, he's a junior college, so he's gonna get. He's the head coach of a small town junior college, right? A very small program, a small junior college program. So of course he's gonna get these knuckleheads, right? And it's nothing but them. All these guys are rejects for a reason. You know what I mean? like I said, character issues, coachable issues, bad attitudes. Some of them are gangsters. Will cross that road whenever we get there. Some guys fail drug tests. Some guys with academics. So I don't want to hear nobody say Jason Brown is a bad coach, because the adversity that he has to overcome as the coach of that football team, that's top tier adversity that most coaches can't overcome. You know, and they even showed a clip of Jimbo Fisher. It was like, why is Malik not practicing or whatever? He broke team rules. Can you elaborate on that, coach? He just broke team. Like, Malik had him flustered, right? But Jason Brown took that. You know what I'm saying? He took it and he was able to get production out of Malik. It was a headache. It wasn't easy. You know what I'm saying? But he was able to get the best out of these players, out of these Maliks, out of these I forgot everybody's name, but it's on my situation or whatever. But you ain't gonna see me hate on a coach like Jason Brown. You know what I'm saying? Salute to him, because I know he's in a situation where most coaches would fold. But before I get into my next little defending of Coach Jason Brown, let's hop into the phone real fast. 228, who this?
Coach Jason.
What up, Coach? What's happening, man? What you got for the show?
You know I wasn't gonna miss this, talking about Malik Henry.
Listen, Coach.
Yeah, I already know that.
Listen, Coach, I'm on the doggone Twitter machine, and nothing makes me more angry than somebody that consumes maybe 10 hours of football a week and they act like they know what the hell they talking about. You can't. Uncoachable players is about as bad as it gets. You know what I mean? And Coach Jason Brown got 53 of them, and Malik Henry is probably the most uncoachable player on that team. So you as a coach,
I salute him for handling all those situations.
Right.
He does have 50-plus situations out of every kid.
Mm-hmm.
But the stuff that went on with him and Malik
mm-hmm.
that's not Coach Brown. That's all Malik's growing up. Malik's probably been a man everywhere he's went to.
Mm-hmm.
And then when he got to Florida State, he was just another dude.
Mm-hmm.
And he couldn't handle it.
Yeah.
And so from what I hear, living in the town with Florida State, in the summertime, Malik just got lost.
Yeah.
And showed up for camp.
Yeah. So,
who does that? Every big-time college coach, every Power 5 kid going to summer school. They're there almost the whole school year. He just got lost.
Yeah.
But keep in mind, if you think about it, all the quarterbacks from all these last chance years, what school they come from?
Florida State.
Who recruited them?
Jimbo. Yeah.
Jimbo.
Yeah.
So, with that being said, now you asked earlier about my favorite part.
Yeah.
My favorite part of the show was maybe it was episode 1 when Brown was sitting in the hot tub with a cigar.
Yeah.
And he said, "You know what? I've been doing this, and I really hadn't even watched film yet, but I'm sort of a savant in play calling."
Yeah.
And next thing you know, the scoreboard 70-21.
It shows, Coach. It shows. Your lack of preparation showed. You had no idea what you. But I do like his angle, kind of, sorta, that because he's a motivator. He's not really a play caller. He's not really a nuanced guy. However, you just can't walk into football at that level and just be unprepared. Not gonna be able to do it.
You're right. Now, my other thing about it is, his whether Independence Community College,
mm-hmm.
with the lack of restrictions they have, it shouldn't be community college.
Right.
Because it's different from what we have in Mississippi. With Mississippi, you can only have 8 non-Mississippi guys.
Yeah.
So everybody else is from Mississippi, so that's your community college.
Mm-hmm.
There, they can have the entire team not from Kansas.
Yeah, yeah. And, they had guys from...
Basically.
Right, they had guys from Texas and Florida and California from all over the place. So they
had 4 guys that were from Kansas on the team.
Right.
4.
Right.
So that's not community college. That might as well be a D2 school or just college.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So he
and the
had
last time, before you get out of here,
go ahead.
I talked to a guy that played for Tony Dungy,
and
they say Tony Dungy don't drop any swear words.
Yeah.
He just give you that. They say look at you like, when you think you're whooping, you do something, your mama, Catherine,
yeah,
gonna get on you.
Mm-hmm.
They say give you that look, and you done messed up, and you just kind of go back and start apologizing. It's like the look your daddy give you when you know you done messed up. They say he don't use no curse words at all. He just look at you and talk to you funny.
Tony rare though, man.
He's rare.
Yeah.
he's completely right. But everybody else, gonna hit you with a 2-piece on the F's.
Mm-hmm. And that's okay though. I'm fine with that. Because I played up under Lance Reed, and Lance Reed would got dog at you to death.
Right.
Let's go out there and whoop them jokers. You know what I'm saying? Right. So I understand, but a good, well placed MFer is always good for motivation. So
it's an attention grabber.
100%. And I actually have a clip. Go ahead and plug your podcast where everybody listening before I move on, Coach.
I just knows it on SoundCloud, iTunes. It's Sip the Tally podcast.
Mm-hmm.
I did an episode with Voch where he talked about some high school memories. We had a great time when we were there. I think I was there for 3 of your 4 years, all 4 years.
All of them, middle school, high school, everything.
We did some great things.
Yeah.
He set the foundation to a good high school career, and all the stuff he was telling you about yesterday with his feet and his football IQ. He didn't lie. Some people get on and embellish about their stats in high school, whatever. He told you 100% truth, and it shows in what he's doing now. And I appreciate you listening to you on a daily basis and the knowledge you spend for the people out here. Continue success, man.
Salute. Appreciate it, Coach.
All right, later.
Yeah. So I got a clip of Coach Jason Brown dropping a series of MFers. It's one of my more favorite clips of the show. Let's see. I actually got 2 MFer clips. Let's see. So people decided they were about to play Garden City, right? Garden City were the number 3 team in the nation or whatever. So he was motivating his guys to basically run through this wall for him, right? So he went out to the coin toss, and the nuance of this motivation here, right? He took his anger and he took his disdain for the other team, and he projected his gangster onto his team or whatnot. So let's run this clip and we're gonna take a listen. Let's peep this out. Let's hope this runs smooth. Let's see what happens here. I hated to teach. Netflix gonna restart me. It's cool because I can scroll this thing. Hold up. Here we go. And he had the coin toss. All right, y'all. Peep this out.
I took the ball. I won it, and we took the ball. Fuck him. Should sock his bitch ass in the face.
Wait a minute. I should have socked his bitch ass in the face. You know what I mean? Like that. That would make me want to play for him right there. But let's just keep listening.
He's better be ready to play. I should have socked his bitch ass in the face. Fuck that motherfucker. You motherfuckers better fucking ready to play. Fuck these dudes. Your ass ain't ready to play. You should fucking go home. We got the fucking football. I won the toss. I took the football. Drive it down their fucking throat.
And he got an applause. He got an applause. Talk to him, Coach. There it is. Goddamn. Talk to him, Coach. Look, get him, Coach. You know what I'm saying? A well-placed MF ain't never hurt nobody. I think there's an art to motivating football players, dog. Like, in a way of, how can I say this? Some coaches try to motivate you, and you don't really believe what they say. And I remember I was watching this clip of Marshall when Byron Leftwich was quarterback or whatever. You know, it was his oh my God, broke my leg game, and carried me down the field game. And I remember at halftime Marshall was losing to Akron, and y'all can go find that clip online, bro. But Marshall's coach was like, "Come on, guys, you can do it. You got to believe in yourself, and we can pull this off." And da-dum-dum, doobin. And I'm like, I'm about to believe that. You can't come in this locker room full of grown men and be like, if you just believe in yourself and da-dum, you can do it too. And I feel the point that he was trying to make. But if you're motivating this particular group of guys, you run, fuck them motherfuckers, double. That shit hyped me up, dog. That shit made me want to go to war for you. You know what I'm saying? So I give props to Jason Brown as a motivator. Another clip that I'm gonna let y'all listen to. People saying, "Oh, we supposed to see the clip?" Hell no, this is a podcast. I ain't supposed to see the clip. I just happen to be live streaming. This is the we expect clip, right? Well, he just kind of on the fly created this pregame chant. It was full of MFers, right? But I just wanted to give him credit as a motivator. Let's listen to the we expect clip. Peep this out. I played the whole clip. It's 54 seconds. Let's run it.
Go again. Who's that? Go, loud, go. Who's that? To put 11 hats on the ball all night long. Who's that? To shut these motherfuckers out. Who's that? To lead this bitch victorious. Who's that? Hold on. All right, I got you. You feel it now. All right, let's start it over then. Let's go. On you. 1, 2, 3. Who's that? We dominate the line of scrimmage. Who's that? To put 11 hats on the motherfucking ball. Who's that? To shut these motherfuckers out. Who's that? To lead this bitch victorious. Who's that? To not let me the fuck down. Who's that? To light up this motherfucking scoreboard. Who's that? To put the fear of God in these motherfuckers.
Dog, it's just something dope about a well-placed effort, dog, to light this motherfucking scoreboard up. Okay, look, watch this. Everybody in the chat box right now, hit that motherfucking like button. You know what I'm saying? That shit hyped the hell out of me, dog. Like, I'm up here watching Last Chance U. I'm laying down in the bed, dog. I'm laying down, falling asleep, watching mother. And I got up and I started screaming. Hell yeah, you know what I'm saying? I respect Coach Jason Brown as a motivator. As a play caller, he trashed though, because he did try to do that little wide receiver pass out the Wildcat, backed up in his own 10, down by 4 with 3 minutes left. With 3 minutes left, you know what I'm saying? Like, versus a, you know, like in a championship situation, like that was a terrible call. But it's cool though, man. It's cool. Moving on. You know, when you have uncoachable players, depth is very important. And you know, when I say that, is if somebody's hitting you with the uncoachable, you want to be able to sit them down on the bench and move on to the next player. The problem is the backup was so trash. Brandon Bea, trash. The backup quarterback. Oh my God. I mean, look, I'm gonna let y'all. I don't know if y'all seen it. I don't know if y'all saw how bad Brandon Bea was, but oh my God, bro. Like that dude, he was throwing the football all over the place. Like he had no positive plays. Like he would completely shut down whenever he would, you know, come out onto the field. And whether Malik Henry was in concussion protocol, whether he was hurt, whether he was being uncoachable, whether it was his grades, whenever Brandon Bea was on the field, it went to shit. And the problem with the leveraging is if I'm Malik Henry and the backup is so ridiculously trash, like it's not even close, man. It ain't in my personality, but I can understand how Malik really didn't learn his lesson. If they had an adequate backup quarterback, then Malik probably wouldn't have saw snaps on the field because he was uncoachable. You know, they really wasn't. He didn't go to class. You know what I'm saying? He didn't get his, like, he was failing like art and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like couldn't even get a C in art. but Brandon B being so trash that they had to deal with Malik Henry. So, like Coach Evans said when he called in earlier, Malik Henry, Florida State quarterback, he was released from Florida State for breaking team rules. I'd imagine that means being uncoachable to Jimbo Fisher, talking shit to the to the coaching staff. We have footage of Malik Henry talking shit to the referees. He was out there calling people N-words. The referee run up on him and say, "Hey man, I don't want to kick you out, but if I hear you say the N-word again, I'm gonna have to eject you." And Malik looked the referee in the face and said, "All right, cool, fuck you," and he ran off the field. Right? Clearly, I work at a psychiatric hospital. Clearly, Malik, he has some type of psychiatric issues, bro. He needs some type of medication for his manic depressive bipolar situation that he's going through. Because sometimes he's really, really down. Other times he's really, really up. Even Coach said, like, if you keep him even, you good. As long as you winning, you good. But if you're the quarterback and you can't deal with adversity, you not the quarterback. You just the passer. You know what I'm saying? And uncoachable is just inexcusable, man. Like, he'll go to the sideline, but like, "Yo, coach, I know you call this, but I'm about to run my own plays. I'm just about to do what I want to do." You know what I'm saying? Even if your plays were more successful than the coach's plays, if you don't have the keys to the offense, you don't change the plays, fam. You don't change the plays. Like, coach got to trust you. You got to be Peyton Manning level quarterback to, and look, they ain't even call, that's like audibles and stuff, right? He's calling the plays. He's on the sideline drawing stuff up. He's embarrassing coaches in front of other coaches. Fighting in front of the other players, on the field. If you got issues with the coach, that happens. I've seen plenty of players have issues with many coaches. Let's come to the side and let's talk about it. But you not about to MF me to death. You don't get to cuss me out, fam. Now they in college, so they can cuss, but we couldn't cuss in high school. I mean, we had to do push-ups if we were heard, cussing, whatever. But most of these players can cuss in college. You can't cuss the coach out though. And Malik out here cussing the coach out, dog, and failing art and not caring about school, and you think your shit don't stink and you better than this and that. And I'm arguing with people on Twitter, and it's partly my fault because I don't need to be arguing with people on Twitter. And he was like, well, he's the quarterback. Shouldn't he be allowed to coach his receivers up? And that come from people watching TV. And they cut on the NFL Network, and they hear stories about how Peyton Manning used to work out with his wide receivers. That's fine. After practice, if you want to do some stuff with your wide receivers, cool. But you don't undermine the receiver's coach while he's receiver coaching. Trash. Rex Smith say, "Bruh, I ain't disagreeing. I'm just saying on play calling, Brown was awful and he didn't know the play. Fuck it. It don't matter. If the coach don't know the plays and you the quarterback and you think you better, you die with that ship, bro. You die, you die sinking on that boat, and you go to another school to where you think that you never step on the coach's toes. Never. Not gonna be able to do it. You'll never have long-term success doing that, ever. Inexcusable, Malik Henry, but, it is what it is. I remember when I first watched, I hopped right on Twitter, like, who is this Tiger Woods looking motherfucker cussing the goddamn coach out? You know what I'm saying? If Brown cussed me out in front of players like that, he got to see me. I'm from Nats, 100%. 100%, coach. If you think you grown, let's run it. Let's run it, and we'll fix it. John May say Malik going to Ole Miss now. I don't think Malik going no damn where. You know what I'm saying? Because, example, like there are some players on the roster, like they got kicked out of school for grades or for like smoking weed or whatever. You can deal with grades. You can deal with somebody. You can put somebody in a drug program and just test them more often. You can't deal with uncoachable. I think I'm better than this. I think I'm above all of y'all. Can't do it. Can't do it. See what I'm saying? So it is what it is on that. Malik can throw that bitch though, because I know I've been negative for the most part. Malik can throw that thing. Hoo-wee. He had a dime on the sideline, boy. Put that thing on a rope, outside shoulder, away from the DB, streaking down the sideline, caught it in stride, touchdown. Whoo! And you can see the difference. Boy, look, Netflix will have clips where Brandon B, because Brandon B will going to Boise State for whatever reason, but look, Brandon B will go out there and make a throw. You be like, damn, Brandon, that boy missing throws in the flats. And then Malik throwing the prettiest post corner you've ever seen. But that ain't what it's all about, though. That ain't what it's all about. Let's get into these running backs, though, because some of them are interesting. The running back situation, just me critically thinking about it, it shows a lot in a way of how politics work. How politics work. You know, you hear these coaches say, I don't give a damn who you are. If you do the right things and you're being productive and you come to practice every day and da-da-da, boom, 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 you're going to be the one starting. And we saw a lot of that. So we had 3 running backs, right? We had Raheem Boyd, Jamal Scott, and Kingston Davis. Kingston Davis was the light-skinned fellow with the freckles, but he was the starter. He was the first one at the very, very beginning. He was the one that was thought to have the most talent. He was the one that they had the most faith in. Raheem Boyd was the Leonard Fournette type back. He was super talented. He came from Texas Tech. He was the second guy. And the third guy at the bottom of it was Jamal Scott. And this is so interesting, right? You see how the dynamics of football really works with these 3 running backs, because Kingston Davis was probably the most talented, the most highly touted. He was the starter. But what we saw from him was he didn't protect the football. He didn't take football seriously. I think he said he broke down or something like that. And I don't even know how real that is. But Kingston lost his job because he was untrustworthy, didn't get his grades, and he didn't protect the football. We don't care how talented you are. But if you're a running back and you don't protect football, if you're a student athlete and you don't get your grade, man, look, it's student athlete, not athlete student. You know what I mean? Student come first. So you got to get your grades, fam. And Kingston wasn't getting his grades, and he put the ball on the ground, so that opened up opportunities for Jamal Scott and Raheem Boyd. And even though Raheem was more talented than Jamal Scott, Jamal gave less problems because Raheem put the ball on the ground too. And Jamal had a fumble here and there, I guess. But Jamal being the third guy, he was the least talented, but he got his grades more than the rest of them. And he pretty much stayed out of trouble the most. Jamal Scott won the starting job over the 2 guys more talented than him, coming from the bigger schools than him. He was just productive. he was productive. You know what I'm saying? Even though Jamal Scott lost his, I don't want to say lost his spot, but Jamal Scott did everything he could for this team. But when Raheem Boyd started getting the carries and he started getting the coach's faith again, and he learned the plays, he started going, oh, Raheem Boyd is a goddamn Raheem Boyd is a damn animal. Rakeem's gonna be going to Arkansas, playing football at Arkansas, and I have the Arkansas spring game saved in my YouTube watch later folder, so I may do that on the live stream before I gotta go back to the day job or whatever. But Kingston's going to UAB. I ain't really trying to see Kingston because, like I said, you can't be putting the ball on the ground. Then you get mad because you're not getting opportunities. Then you pout because of your lack of carries, but you the one to put the ball on the ground. So I'm not trying to watch Kingston at UAB, but Rakeem Boyd is a beast. He's very talented, and I will be watching him at Arkansas, or at least I'll watch the Arkansas spring game to see what I can see. But Jamal Scott, I don't know what Jamal Scott doing. You know, somebody Google that. Google that and tell me what y'all got from Jamal Scott. But it's very interesting how that dynamic worked for those three running backs, and I think that's a good if you're a non-football person, it opens up a window for you to see how football politics work sometimes, right? And look, man, just don't fumble the ball, and if you straight, we good. It's funny because the running back situation does not have the same issues that the quarterback situation has. The quarterback situation, it was Malik and trash behind him. They had three running backs that could play. So if Kingston was giving you problems, he quit on his team, he's fumbling the ball, you got two more guys that can go. So that just gives you a decent idea of what's going on. So moving on. Let's talk about the two receivers. Calvin Jackson didn't get a lot of number 4. He didn't really get a lot of publicity on Last Chance U. I think he was one of their biggest playmakers or whatever. So it's interesting to see how he really didn't get a lot of press or whatever, but he ended up playing. He's going to Washington State, so I'll be keeping eyes on him. But the big star was Chance the Rapper. Carlos Thompson, the wide receiver, the 5th year wide receiver. So he like Calvin Ridley age or whatever. So he oh my gosh, like he's been in and out of 4 different schools. And early when Coach Brown first started talking about him, boy, y'all motherfuckers smoking weed on camera, then you gonna come to practice, then you gonna put it on the internet. That's just stupid. And that's really Carlos's story. He made a lot of bad mistakes, a lot of dumb decisions, and he's jumping school to school. And we actually got a chance to look at his story, and we got a chance to hear about his mom, and his mom putting up so much money to get his transcripts moving to keep him in school, so he can make something of himself. And we ended up being fans of Chance the Rapper. Carlos Thompson. It's just interesting. And it's another thing I give Coach Brown credit for. Like, Coach Brown didn't allow his guys to quit, even though, and look, this is more window for people that really, don't really have behind the scenes of coaching like that. I remember playing ball. I've heard plenty times, hey, bro, if you don't like it, you can go your ass home. Go home. Pack your stuff up, leave your locker unlocked, turn in all my pads, go your ass home. I've heard that millions of times. But that's another interesting motivational technique. And he's from Houston, Texas. I'm in Houston now. He's from Houston, Texas. So they touched on the Hurricane Harvey situation and the hardship that he was going through or whatever. And you can see that, yes, he was going through a hard time, but he almost used that hardship as an excuse to give less than 100%. You see what I'm saying? like, I understand, like, that's some bullshit, right? For you to be trapped underwater. Like, I live in Houston. I was around for Hurricane Harvey. I know how ridiculous that, that shit was. But Carlos is a very talented player. You can see him when he catch the ball, when he beating people up the seam, when he's returning kickoffs, punts. He's a very talented player. And I think he was about to use the hurricane as a crutch to kind of give up or to kind of quit. But if we come back to Coach Brown and his motivation, we've seen him tell guys, I don't give a fuck. You can quit. You can quit. Get off the field. Go. But what y'all always saw from Coach, y'all saw him pull these players to the side. You see him pull these players to the side and talk to him and go, now look, bro. Your mama paid $14,000 to get you in school, bro. Da, boom, boom, boom. Boy, you talented than a mother. Boy, look at how fast you. Boy, you know what you could do with your life if you just stick to this. And you got the nerve to walk off the field. It's something about when your emotions gets high, the coaches continue to bring that emotion up. It's almost like they're exhausting you of negative energy. It happened with Carlos. It happened with Bobby. It happened with the Gooden kid, the tackle or whatever. It's like we're exhausting you of this negative energy. So when it's time to come down and you take a deep breath and you calm down and you relax and you talk to Coach and he go, man, look, you know how good you got it. Get your ass back on the field, put the weed down, go to practice, go to class, and let's catch some fucking footballs and go to school and get this shit right. You know what I'm saying? And Carlos eventually bumped heads with Coach Brown, but you can see their relationship come full circle because even towards the end of the season, Carlos looked Coach Brown in the face on the sideline, but like, Coach, you just can't be doing that. Those guys don't always respond to that. And we saw Coach Brown start to calm down a little bit, right? They have a very interesting relationship in that way. So I find it interesting, man. I find it interesting how that relationship kind of played out and formulated or whatever. And it worked out for Carlos. Carlos was on his last strike. You see what I'm saying? But he worked through it. I got it written down what school he went to. He's gone to Missouri Western State. Western Missouri? Missouri Western? I don't know. Chance the Rapper working on his album, but whatever. Emmett Gooden probably like he's probably top three most talented players on the team. Probably him, quarterback. Raheem or whatever. So but as a interior defensive lineman, y'all remember when Nick Fairley played for Auburn, and he just kind of dominated the game by himself, right? We didn't really hear about nobody else on defense. I mean, Bobby, but Bobby wasn't even full-time starting. But we ain't hear nobody else on defense but Emmett Gooden. That's an old ass name too, Emmett Gooden. That's somebody's uncle name. But we saw how talented he was, but he says he wants to model his game after Ndamukong Suh. His ass ain't playing neither. Like he wanna step on face masks. He wanna punch people in the ribs. You know what I'm saying? He wanna step on folks' face and all that. You know what I mean? He wanna smack the hell out of people. He's a very nasty player, and there's room for nasty players, but he had a lack of composure with his nasty, and a lot of costly penalties. I think the last game they lost, because I know they lost 2 games, and they would have won that second game. I'm not gonna say if it wasn't for Malik because I never like to blame losses on like one play. It's a culmination of things that happen. We could have ran the ball better, could have blocked better. But Malik definitely made the last mistake of punching that dude in the face, getting the penalty, and keeping the game going for the other team to go score. You see what I'm saying? So, yeah, I mean, Malik had his little attitude issues or whatever, you know. I tell you what, we was talking about Kingston with his fumbles. Penalties next. Like fumbling is a cardinal sin, but penalties right up there with it. Stupid penalties are right up there with turnovers. You know what I'm saying? So we can't have stupid penalties neither. So Emmett Gooden, he's going to be playing for Tennessee, and I also have the Tennessee spring game loaded up in my watch later folder. So I'm gonna see what I can see from Emmett Gooden. He seems talented. He seems like a very solid player. So we'll get that going. Bobby Bruce, spoiler alert. Spoiler alert, because there's a very interesting development that happens with Bobby Bruce. I mean, he's solid now, but Bobby went to jail, y'all. Bobby went to jail for robbery. He'll be back for season 4 though. He's back on the team, and I think everything's solid. But Bobby did go to jail for damn robbery. Thing about Bobby, Bobby was another player that would feel sorry for himself sometimes. You know. He would let the hood take over his thought process. He would, I don't want to call him lazy, but you know, we heard Bobby say, "Man, fuck this. I'm just gonna go back to the block." You know what I'm saying? Like it's in him. You can't take the hood out of Bobby. You know, the teacher, Miss Pinkard, her 55 wigs. Look, you know Independence, Kansas only got one wig store. And you know she went and bought all them things. You know she didn't get them online because Independence, Kansas ain't got a mail service, boy. You know. I also do think she got a little talkative when the camera got on. She did want to get a little 15 minutes. I ain't mad at her, but I do think she was very pivotal in keeping a lot of these players on task. Like when you watch Independence, you know, when you look at their classroom structure, it's built like a high school class. Like they didn't necessarily get the best. They didn't get the best the best students academically. You know what I mean? So I salute to Miss Pinkard for being in that situation and helping these kids, knowing some of them come from the block, knowing some of them with their attitude issues, knowing that some of them are bad students. She seemed like a solid teacher that really went above and beyond for her players or whatever. And Bobby, if we can give credit to Bobby, he got his grades right towards the end of the season. As a football player, though, Bobby seems a bit underweight for linebacker or whatever. They don't play a 3-4 nothing like that. But Bobby is the prototypical CTE Schmee guy. You know what I'm saying? Run down and bust stuff up. You know what I mean? Just go be athletic. He ain't got great football IQ. I don't even know how he is athletically because, I mean, I just kind of saw it based on highlights or whatever. But Bobby just went out there and risked it all to go knock people out. And a lot of that came from, he said a lot of it came from people picking on him and daring him to, they would call him soft, that he hit like a girl. So Bobby made it his point to knock the hell out of everybody. You know what I mean? But Bobby definitely had a lot of hoodism in him. You know what I mean? Somebody in the chat box saying Mark Barron 2.0. I don't think Bobby going pro. So let's chill out with that. Bobby can be a good college football player, but let's not put him in the pros though. But Bobby had a little bit of hood in him, a whole gang of hood in him, bro. So thing about Bobby, which is another interesting dynamic, is as long as Bobby had football, he was straight. You know what I'm saying? As long as Bobby had football, he wasn't thinking about the streets. He wasn't thinking about the block. He wasn't thinking about his brother that went to jail, you know what I'm saying? Or the living conditions that his people were in. He used football as his mother. Callan, what up? got an old teammate of mine, Callan Green, in the chat box. What up, Doc? Bobby was able to use football to get him through school. And that's kind of the point of all this shit, right? The point of this shit is to use football to get your education, because everybody can't go pro. So Bobby using his football as the catalyst to get his grades up, that's really what you want from Bobby. Because like I said, I don't see a pro football player in Bobby. But if Bobby can get a degree from risking his brain cells, knocking the hell out of people on the field, you can't beat that. You can't beat that with a stick. But we got a phone call, so let's okay, Cardinal fan, what's up, bro?
Hey, Voch. What about that teacher though? How come we're not talking about her?
I just talked about the teacher, Miss Pinkard, and her 30 wigs. And her 30 wigs that she got from the Kansas
full
wig
grown.
Shop. Stop.
Hey,
what's up?
Hey, get some. When you gonna drop some bars?
Let me tell you something, man. I was talking to Conrad Tokyo. In case y'all don't know, he's Jay the Eagles fan from Arizona. He's kind of talking me into writing 16 bars too. So.
Good for you.
Look, man, like y'all just give me time because I'm not a rapper. Like I'm a football film guy. You know what I'm saying? So just give me time to figure out what I want to do, and like I got like 8 bars written down already, but I want the full 16 before I come out and hit y'all upside the head with it. So I'm gonna have my 16, you have yours, and Conrad Tokyo gonna have 16, and we gonna have a damn cipher up in here.
Oh. Hey, anytime. Mm-hmm. Hey, what's your top 2 or 3 favorite moments from the show? I watch it, by the way.
Okay.
Share a couple of your favorite moments, and I'm going to get off, but have a good night.
Yes, sir. Salute.
I'll listen on YouTube.
Doski
Drop some money in the Patreon, y'all.
Put money in that Patreon.
Late.
My favorite moments, he said 2 moments from the show. I definitely like the Who Expect, We Expect chants. I really do like that. Like I said, man, Jason Brown's he's a motivational coach. He's not a strategist. He's not an X and O's guy. He's not an innovator or anything like that. But he even said it. That coaching ain't hard. You just need guys to run through a wall for you. And that's basically his game. I mean, Pete Carroll's one of those guys. So I like the Who Expect, We Expects motivational chant or whatever. And I would say the entire episode about him and his Garden City relationship. I'm assuming, and I could be wrong, so chat box correct me. I'm assuming that Jason Brown used to coach for Garden City, and Jason Brown probably did some gangster shit to get fired from Garden City. Then Jason Brown choked out the head coach of. You know what? That might be the reason Jason Brown don't coach for Garden City anymore. He may have coached. He may have choked the coach from Garden City, and just watching him go into the game and build that hatred or whatever, and put his team into that kind of hatred and motivating his guys to play for him. Then at the end, beating Garden City and talking shit to him. That's my other favorite part of the game. So look, this is where I open up the phone lines to y'all. The phone line's been open, but 515-739-1285. The access code is 309-104. You can call into the show and you can give me your favorite moments, or you can give me your thoughts on the show. So 515-739-1285, access code 309-104. I just said it. It's on the screen. It's in the description. Bam. And it's in the chat box. Chat box say Coach Evans say the quarterback coach was soft. Man, let me tell you something, dog. They set my mans up to fail, dog, because the quarterback coach he's not a boisterous guy. You know what I mean? He's not a very loud You know, he's the opposite of Coach Brown, right? But he's probably put into the worst situation, bro. He was in the worst. Like, I think coaching DBs would have probably been a little better because you didn't have problems out of the DBs or whatever, right? But the most uncoachable player on the team had to be coached by the softest coach on the damn team. That's problematic. There are some issues there. And you would see the quarterback coach almost begging Malik, can you do right, please? They watching me, Malik. Malik, they gonna fire me. Malik, will you go to school? Malik, will you stop flunking art? Malik, please, will you stop thinking that your shit don't stink? Malik. And he just ain't had the juice to pull it off. So was he soft? Yeah, sure. He was probably soft. Whatever. I mean, who knows? But he didn't really do anything proactive to get Malik to listen to him. You know, he was very pro Malik. He was very on Malik's team. You know, he never did what he had to do to get the respect from Malik. You know what I mean? And I think that was his big problem. And Coach Evans just said he had to demand respect, and he wanted to be Malik's friend. Absolutely, that's problematic. You can't be Malik's friend. You need to get everything that you can out of Malik. You know what I'm saying? You need to hold Malik accountable. You need Malik to understand that you needed Malik to understand that you letting your guys down, bro. You're letting your guys down. And I know he got in front of the team and he did the little speech that he probably didn't mean. I feel like my actions were childish, and you guys deserve better from me. Will you accept my apology? All right, guys, cool. And you know, Coach Brown even said they ain't accept that shit. They ain't believe what Malik was talking, because he probably didn't mean it. You know what I mean? Like there was no sincerity, man. Like, he could be a great leader. Malik could be a great football team, a great asset to somebody's football team, but he didn't right there, though. He didn't right there. Let me run in this chat box. If I don't get no calls, I'm going to wrap this thing up. So 515-739-1285, access code 309-104. Malik's dad is a leech. So, yeah, man, you know, people say, Malik wanted to play baseball and his daddy wanted him to play football. Dog, just don't waste my time and play football. Like, look, to be fair, if I could be real for a minute, an uncoachable player is an uncoachable player across the board. So if he an asshole to the football coaches, he'll probably be worse to the baseball coaches too. You know, I don't think he'll find peace in baseball that'll somehow just make him coachable. You know what I mean? So, yeah. But I got tired of Malik, man. I got tired of I got tired of his extra shit. Like, he was on the sideline, man, and you know, Brandon B was in the game, and Brandon B was stinking it up. And the quarterback coach was like, should we put Malik back in? And Coach Brown was like, fuck nah. We're not putting Malik back in. But Brandon B was so trash that he eventually had to put Malik back in. And then Malik hit me with that line that I hate so much. Oh, now you want to put me in the motherfucking game. Oh, now he need me. Shut your sassy ass up. Scrub. Cardinal fan, what you want?
Hey,
Turn your laptop down. What's up?
let me turn my laptop down. Rookie mistake. Hey,
What's up?
Coach Brown keeps saying mother F-er. Fool from Compton, he's single, but he needs her. I'm sure he's going to get fired soon. Can't keep respecting that freaking whole room. Voch, come on, throw some bars. Jump on it, man.
I will not. Look, Cardinal fan, this is the difference between me and you, right? You can hop out here and freestyle, 16 bars or whatever, and we'll just laugh at. I'm Voch Lombardi. If I come out here and say some trash, I gotta like people follow me. Like I got an image, you know what I'm saying? for these damn people to hop on my Twitter, like yo Voch, stick to your day job. Like yo Voch, like you need to cut. You know what I mean? So if I'm gonna spit,
fun.
if I'm gonna spit, no, it's not for fun. If I'm gonna spit 16 recreational bars, I'm actually gonna put some effort into it, and I'm gonna actually try for it to be the best product I can actually put out. It probably won't be great, but it won't be no trash. So, like I say, when I'm done with it,
Well, are you just see, when I write music, I usually write the music piece before the vocals.
okay.
Do you have a friend that can just hook you up with a beat? That way you can kind of ride a beat rather than just coming up with some random rhymes?
I got a beat that I'm a
something
rap
flow
to.
on?
Well, I got a beat that I'm a rap to, and I have a few bars over that beat. And look, thing about it is I wanted to rap over some beats, but I can't rap over some beats because YouTube, and the whole copyright deal, and I ain't really fucking with them like that. So I found this non-copyright beat that I like that I would rap to. So I got that saved already, and I got the raps that I want to rap, but
Okay.
I'm not going to present them until I'm good and damn ready. You know what I'm saying? So,
Hey, don't fear the feedback, man. Don't fear the feedback. Hey, have a good night.
yes, sir. Doski
Good
Woski.
time.
So, somebody in the chat box say, man, block him. Hell nah. Let me tell you why. Because Cardinal fans, that man supporting my damn Patreon, and he hops on and tells other people to subscribe to the Patreon. Cardinals fan, if you listening, you need to hit me up on my Twitter or my Facebook so I can get your email for the fantasy football situation. So, yeah, let me know. So if we ain't got no other callers, going once, going twice. Let me scan the chat box one more time. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. I ain't even know Callan watched my damn YouTube videos, man. I just thought we followed each other on Twitter and did the whole, Second Amendment thing. I ain't even know man, salute to Callan for following, subbing to the channel and all that. Play ball with him. Okay, we got G from Miami. G from Miami, what's up, bro?
Yeah, what's going on, Voch?
Doski Woski, what you got for the show?
I mean, like, I just started, like, watching this show, but, like,
Okay.
you said to call in and, like, talk about, like, your favorite moment.
Okay.
I wouldn't say it's my favorite moment, but, like, it was funny when the quarterback, I think Malik Henry, was like, he was hiking the ball, and he was like, 3, 2, number 17, a bitch-ass nigga, and he hiked the ball.
Yeah.
That had me rolling. That was crazy.
Yeah.
That had me laughing. And I'm like, but like on a serious note, like if he knows that like colleges are like watching this stuff like that, or like talent scouts and evaluators are watching this, like what it seems like he was like, it's like more of like a reality TV kind of thing as opposed to like a kid that's really trying to like get back into a Division I college and like.
That man don't care, bro. That man
Yeah.
don't care because like clearly, like it's his second chance to get back on tag. And look, all you need is one good football season, right? DeAndre Brown from last season, or whatever, Florida State, like he understood. Like we even heard him talking about, man, I'm gonna come in. I'm gonna be humble. I'm gonna put my head down. I'm gonna play the best quarterback I can play. I'm gonna get out of here, go, and go somewhere else, right? Malik say, man, fuck, I don't want to be here. Chips and salsa in cans is trash.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And plus he and all the other stuff, man. Malik clearly don't want to play football nowhere else, man.
my thing is like players like that. Do they go to like let's say they ball out, and do they go to the supplementary draft or like how does that process work?
Well, he's not eligible because he's not getting his 3 years of college in. You know what I'm saying? So it really all, depends on that. And I mean, plus, man, if he did try to go through the supplement, I think they got to invite you too. Like, kind of like they got to invite you to the draft. Like you declare to the draft, they got to invite you. Like, ain't nobody letting Malik Henry do no type of draft shit. Like, if you can't play ball at the damn end, okay, think about it like this, right? Imagine if I'm trying to give you a good example too. Give me 30 seconds. Imagine if Sam Darnold played for Independence Community College and all he needed was one good year to get back on task. Sam Darnold he'll rip them damn schools to shreds, man. He'll shut his mouth and rip them schools to shreds. But what we saw from Malik, we didn't even see enthusiasm from Malik. We just kind of saw him just kind of doing this thing, man. So I'm not a big fan of Malik.
What year did he get recruited by Florida State?
About 2 years ago.
So like around like DeAndre Francois class or not?
I would say they probably in the same class, yeah.
Man, that's wild. Like,
yeah.
And then the crazy part about it is like I look at like he's not bad at throwing. Like
he can throw that bitch. He talented.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't know why.
That
that's
bitch.
Wild. That's
Look, like I said, man, that bitch. Look, he like Brandon Beal was on the field stinking it up, and then he came in and put the ball on the sideline on a outside shoulder perfectly in stride for a touchdown. First play back in. The kid, he can throw, but everything else is trash.
I seen him do like a nice post pass.
Yeah,
I'm like, it has potential, but like I agree with you when you say like, because at first I was like, okay, maybe gun under the seat guy is like the worst kind of like person to draft or to have on your team.
Yeah,
but I was like, uncoachable guy, especially the quarterback. That's like the main, and like you said, there's like guys who like Tom Brady and Peyton Manning who have been deemed uncoachable, not uncoachable like in a negative way, but
like brash.
They got the plays, they got the plays down packed so like they could coach, like they know the offense schematically. Yeah, but I think that's like the worst kind of football player to have. Probably that, or like I don't have passion for the game kind of guy, which I think you said with the linebacker. Yeah, and like how he was like going to jail and stuff like that. He couldn't leave the street life behind and all of that.
Yeah, yeah. See, Bobby is definitely gun under the seat guy. You know what I'm saying? He's 100% gun under the seat guy.
That he's more of kidnap your girlfriend kind of
kidnap your girlfriend guy 100%. But I tell you what though, coaches can deal with gun under the seat guy. Coaches can deal with fail the drug test guy. They cannot deal with uncoachable I don't love football guy. That's like that and like beat my girlfriend guy. Those are the two worst off the field issues that we could deal with. Beat my girlfriend guy and I don't love football uncoachable lackadaisical guy.
My main problem with the Malik Henry guy is like he has this sort of like attitude where like he knows he's like the best on the field. Yeah. But like my thing is like, shouldn't that like motivate you to like try to get back into college, like a Division I school, and really trying to like
it should. It should, but he's so trash that he's not using that to his advantage.
He's not.
He's not, and it's a shame. It's a shame. I hate to see a waste of talent. He really looks like Tiger Woods. That's funny to me.
Yeah, He does look blazing.
he
But,
look a little blazing, but nothing we can do about that.
But you also said another thing I want to touch upon it. You was like, oh, like the coach. You was like, your mind is like a coach got like a motherfucker in him or anything like that.
Yeah.
But then I feel like that's true. But then I feel like there's some parents that they just don't want like the coach to call their kids that'll speak to them like that. Cause it's like, I mean, I don't know, cause I've never really had like a strict kind of coach like that. I don't know what type of influence it has on the field, positively or negatively, or if it's just a mental thing.
Yeah.
But I like hearing the coach talk. I was like,
I remember when I was playing ball preseason, they made us go to this meeting, and they made our parents go to this meeting, and it was a bunch of paperwork involved, insurance numbers, and all that. But it was basically them relinquishing, like, I don't want to say like ownership or whatever, but it was basically the coaches letting the parents know, all right, now they in our care. They asses belong to us now. You know what I'm saying? So if we need to drop, like all this is gonna be within the greater good for the football team. We not gonna pick on your kid. We love the kid as a player, as our sons almost, but it's gonna be a lot of things that y'all not gonna like, but y'all gonna have to deal with us because it's a part of the game. It's part of the code. We gonna scream at your son. Don't come to us talking about he needs some more playing time because he not playing for a reason. You know what I'm saying? So we just had. Go ahead.
Trust me, like I know how that is because like I know the politics involved because you was talking about like the politics involved. With football, like, I went to I went to school with Dalvin Cook. Okay. I went to high school with him, and like his mom was like on them coaches because like that's when he was like hype national running back prospect, and then his little brother, same thing with that too. So I get it with like the parents, like I get it from the coach perspective of like trying to like. No, I don't want to say like counterbalance everything in a locker room, but also trying to have a sense of authority. Because at first I was kind of like, just like you said, I was kind of turned off by like the way he was talking.
Yeah.
But then I kind of like sensed at the end like it's more of like a tough love kind of thing.
100%.
Where he's trying to like, and then like that's true. I completely agree with that.
And as far as Dalvin goes, I mean, sure, his mom can do that. I wish Brandon B's mom would come up in here and try to talk about my baby needs to da. But they probably cuss that woman out. Gee, I'm about to put you on hold, man, because I know you you gonna hold it down for me. Hang tight. 404, who this?
ATL Black, what's up with you?
ATL Black, what's cracking lacking, brother? What you got for the show?
Man, I just binged the joint this weekend, man, and you burying the lead.
Man, don't be coming on here talking that kind of language with these folks listening, man. They don't know what you talking about, man. They don't know what you saying, man.
All right, check this out.
Go ahead, bro.
When you watched it, did you feel like the English teacher wanted to smash Bruce?
I think the English teacher ain't had none in a long time. And I think she's dealing with a lot of slim pickings in Independence, Kansas. And I'll say this too. I think the only black people in that community teach English and play football. So she probably don't get a lot of looks. Now, it'll be irresponsible for me to say that she's trying to smash Bobby. She probably genuinely has a real, care for Bobby, But it wouldn't surprise me if one of these players came through and she got to wipe the sweat off her forehead every now and then. I wouldn't be surprised.
There you go.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Now check this out. When we talk about Malik Henry, at the very end when they're at lunch or whatever, you could just tell how he was looking at his dad. When his dad was running off at the mouth.
Yeah.
He was like, man, I ain't with this.
Yeah.
He just had that look in his eye like, I ain't with this.
Yeah.
But what I will say is when you talk about talent
Mm-hmm.
and you talk about a cat that you don't really know if he all in or not, he really the the black version of Josh Rosen. Everybody tell you the same thing about him. He got way bigger interest in really playing the game. But, you know what I'm saying, not in a racial way. I just feel like a cat like Josh Rosen will get the opportunity where Malik Henry won't.
I will say he has a lot of Josh Rosen personality traits in him. I think the big difference is I think Josh Rosen really likes football, though. Like, I do think Josh Rosen really cares about how he fits into the game or whatever. I don't think Malik. I don't think Malik cares at all. I don't think he give a fuck about nothing. Like, and you could he talk like, bruh, the referee said, "Look, if I get one more N word out of you, you're gone." And he looked the referee. He looked the referee in the face and said, "Fuck you, bruh," and he ran off the field. Malik don't care, bruh.
Well, I look at it differently. I think I agree with you to a certain extent, but I look at it like he said something that stuck with me. He's like, man, I've been coached by the best. I've been coached by Jimbo, and ain't really much you can tell me. And everybody will tell you that his IQ is through the roof in terms of his football IQ.
Yeah.
And I think that was part of it. He felt like I'm here because my old mentor said you was going to look out for me, but I don't feel like you're looking out for me. And some of those calls that, like I heard you say earlier, that you're like, yo, you got to just ride with them dumbass calls, even if you want to agree with it.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with that to a certain extent, but you know what I'm saying? If he feel like you don't know nothing, and that's why I say it come back to Josh Rosen, because that's what you heard Jim Morris say. If he feel like you don't know what you're talking about, he going to tune you out. Yeah. And I think that was the answer. Now, here's the reason that I couldn't be a coach is when you watched the whole season and you saw every dumbass play that Emmett Gooden made, and to know that you was one basically play away from going to the national championship, and this fool couldn't walk away.
Yeah.
I at that particular point, and he said it during the series. He's like, man, Emmett is gonna be the reason we win, and Emmett is gonna be the reason we lose.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's why it's when you look at it in that scene where he's sitting on that bus after they lost that game, that tell you everything you need to know about being a JUCO football coach.
Yeah. I will say though, man. I will say that when you playing football, you're more emotionally invested because there's a finality to it. Because when I was playing ball, I didn't want to lose any games. Every game I lost, I hated it. But when I coached a game, I kind of really had that on to the next one feel. Even when we would lose a playoff game or a playoff qualifying game, it was damn, it is what it is. So I mean, just on to the next one, right? So even though Malik kind of did fuck up, I don't think Coach Brown was really tore up about that. Malik and the other, not Malik, Emmett, yeah. Emmett and the other players felt that a little worse than Coach Brown did. But either way, though, you got to walk away from that, man. Your motherfucking ass can't be smacking people in the mouth and you one play away. Not gonna be able to do it.
The ref, one play away from winning the game. And the thing about it, you done did it every game versus either a late hit or a dumbass play.
I tell you what.
And it's like,
if I'm University of Florida and I've been watching Netflix and I know that Gooden played for Tennessee and I see his ass in the game, and it's the fourth quarter with 3 minutes left, I'm punching him in the stomach, dog.
Every chance I get.
Give me that penalty.
Can't hold back.
Give me that penalty, man. Kick his ass out the game, 100%. 100%. What else you got?
I ain't gonna lie, though. I think the boy kid gonna be stupid. He was big and fast, and I didn't realize he was that good, dog, until I got maybe third or fourth episode when he started breaking out.
He could play. He could play.
The other kid, man, didn't want to play. He wanted to cut hair. You know what I'm saying? he wanted the audience. You know what I'm saying? He looked chubby too. He looked like he was in no shape.
He was in bad shape. And I was looking at him. I'm like, he play running back. Like he don't look like he in good shape. He look kind. He like a fullback almost. He look kind of fat.
Exactly.
So
and then off the rip, man, that what's my guy in Michigan? Michigan ain't gonna let no player get away from him.
Which
Harbaugh,
one?
he ain't gonna let nobody get away from him. So you already knew if Harbaugh let him walk, he
Yeah.
he wasn't really that guy.
Yeah. I feel you.
But no,
bro.
that's what I got, man. You know
Hey,
what I'm saying? Good
man.
looking.
Great call, bro. Appreciate you, Doc.
Peace.
Yeah. Okay, back to G from Miami before we wrap this thing up. Go ahead, brother. What else you got? Because I know you got something else. G. Hold on, wait. I got to unmute you. Wait a minute. Let me unmute you. Stop it. Okay, G, my bad.
Nah.
Okay, go ahead. Okay.
I was about to say, like I just started watching it like I'd say 2 weeks ago, so I'm still fairly new to it.
2 weeks
But
ago.
it looks like, yeah.
Man, I binged this shit in one day, man. What you doing? what you waiting on?
Nah, I got extensive list, man. I'm talking about Sopranos, Last Chance U, Ozark, Breaking Bad.
You ain't watched Breaking Bad yet?
Yo, I'm on the first season, bro.
God damn.
Bruh,
Okay, look.
That show is so good, bro.
Yeah, listen, no shit. Shit. Look, man. Okay, look. Finish Last Chance U, then watch Breaking Bad, then watch. Have you watched The Wire?
Yo, I haven't even watched The Wire, bro.
Watch Breaking Bad, watch The Wire, watch Ozark, watch Sopranos, and then you can watch whatever the hell else you want to watch.
All right, bro.
All right, hold down, bro. I'll let you. Hey, G, hip hop guy, real fast, 20 seconds. What you think about Denzel Curry album?
No, it was good. It was fire.
Now, my homeboy said he first said it was the album of the year. Now, I'm like, okay, it's cool, but I don't think it's album of the year.
Oh, I don't know about that, but it was. I say it's a top six for this year.
Yeah, okay, but that's a whole nother podcast, though. Appreciate you, bro.
Yeah, let me know when you're doing the next hip hop Voch voice.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
Whew, good show, y'all. Good show. Last Chance U can be viewed on Netflix. It is season 3. Season 1 and 2 were pretty good too. I mean, they got it labeled funny, like it's parts instead of seasons. So, check that out. But anyway, if you're watching this on demand, it probably won't even be up. But yeah, so subscribe to my podcast then. So, because I don't really know how this going to be or whatever. But so go to your podcast streaming platforms and type in Voch's Voice or Voch Lombardi, and subscribe to my damn podcast, and then go to my regular channel and subscribe to that too, and hit the like button, and don't forget about the Patreon. It's more important than food, water, and threesomes. And follow me on Twitter, VOCHLOMBARDI. Y'all hold it down for the Doski Woski and the Peasky Weesky. Appreciate y'all. I'm gone. Salute.